Okay, so we've taken a couple of trades already today. Some were not that great, some were great, some were even great. Did anybody take US 30 short?
I can see US 30.
If you guys did I release it or no?
If anyone else saw it, I didn't see it.
No.
Okay. No, I didn't release it then. Long day, long day. I'm dealing with a lot of personal things for my wife, residency stuff, and it's just, you know, the worst thing for a trader is when you mess up your mindset, when you're too busy. So I was missing a few things. So just give me a sec, I'll just get organized. I'm gonna go over a basic lesson for you guys today, and then we're gonna go over some trades. We're gonna execute a couple of trades. I'm gonna talk to you guys today specifically about the Chain channel. I'm gonna teach you guys something really important. The market moves and plays. If you guys have questions, what happened? Okay, I heard my trading station do something. The market moves in phases, and this is exactly what I want to talk to you about today. Using the Chain channel, you'll be able to find that. But as Roger told you guys, last week I wasn't active whatsoever. I took a bit of a holiday, went to a nice snow resort because where I am, everything's open, which is nice. So I enjoyed some out time. But in the meantime, what I was doing was further enhancing my system. For me in business, I read this a long time ago. I think I was like 21, which is like almost 11 years ago. And I read this in a book, and it was by Tony Robbins. And there was a quote right there, and it said, "Constant and never-ending improvement." And I said, that sounds nice. That sounds like something I would be interested in. So from then on, I really started developing not only my system, but myself as a person as well. So constant and never-ending improvement. Nobody is ever going to be the best version of themselves, but you can strive to be in terms of trading, relationships, business, life, health, and everything else, family. But let's talk about the system. So the way I use this trading system and the way I've developed it, it took a long time. And what it was back in 2015 and what it is today are two very different things. I say 2015 because this is when I fully started using this kind of trading approach. Now, I've added an indicator into the mix over here, which is called ATR. That stands for Average True Range. Now, I use it based on the 5 EMA and the last 2 hours, and that will generate you this number over here, this black number at the bottom side of my screen, if you guys can see it. Based on that number, that would be your SL. But if you randomly enter wherever you want, chances of your SL getting hit significantly would be increased. But if you connect it to the fibs, the way I use them, 61, 8, 54, 38, 2, 30, and you enter at those fibs with a combination of everything else, you significantly increase your chances of not hitting SL, but hitting TP on the other side. So let me explain. I went over every single trade I took in 2021, and that's, believe me, a lot of trades. My win ratio was sitting in the low 60%. I thought, okay, there must be a better way to do this. My system works. What am I doing wrong? So I started going over it and over it and over it, and I realized I'm hitting a lot of SLs on trades that shouldn't be hit. Like SLs shouldn't be hit. If you guys remember 2 weeks ago, gold, we got SL and then we re-entered and we made money. So that specific trade was what really intrigued me and said to my mind, like, you know, there must be a better way. So I started looking into things, and I found something that I have used in the past and that could help. So I started backtesting. I set the ATR to 1 hour, 5 EMA, 4 EMA, 6 EMA, 7, 10, 14. I did them all. But 5 works for me because I'm a short-term trader. I like to get into the market today. I want to get out today. I want to get paid today for the labor I put into the markets. So long story short, when I did it on the 1 hour, 5 EMA, my win ratio increased by about 10% and took me to the low 70s. But when I did it to the 2 hours, my win ratio stuck right in the middle of the 80s, so right around 84 point something percent. And that's why I did this. So I would like you all to use ATR. ATR helps you to determine your SL. In this case, 0.29 would represent on silver 0.29 points. As if you guys see here, My SL here is 0.29. Now, because this is a big trade, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting this stop loss into profit and just locking in my trade for now. And I'm going to base every SL based on that specific tool. So it's called the ATR, Average True Range. If you use TradingView, you guys can just find it up in indicators by typing ATR, and these are the settings I use: 2 hours, indicator time frame, length 5, smoothing, EMA, style, whatever you want, pink, purple, red, blue, whatever color suits you. And then the main thing as well, because this number might not come up, what you need to do is click on the bottom side here on this little sun or whatever it may be, and you need to come to labels, and then when you come to labels, scroll down here, indicator last value label. Tick that, and then your indicators will show the value. Okay, you see the value here, 16 and 29, and that's your SL, as long as you enter the fibs. But that wasn't the lesson of today. There is another addition to my system, and that's the Heikin-Ashi, candles on the left and candlesticks on the right. We'll talk about this more tomorrow. Roger, are we doing a session tomorrow as well, right? Tomorrow and Friday, I think? Or tomorrow and Thursday?
Yeah, tomorrow, same time, and then Friday, 7 p.m.
Wonderful. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to go over a lot of specific education. Today is an impact session, and I'm going to teach you guys how the market moves. The markets, they move in phases. One way to understand those phases is this, and I'll show you this. Let's focus on silver. We're going to stick to the 4-hour chart for now. On the left, the only chart I would like you guys to focus on is the chart on the left. So I'm going to use a highlighter to explain this. Phase 1 was this here, where price went up and started coming down. I'm going to explain this on the 1-hour chart a little bit better so you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. The way you determine a bullish phase is by focusing only on the lows of price action. This is a low, this is a higher low, higher low, higher low. You see this? The lows are getting higher. Now, a wonderful way to find this is to use candlesticks, Heikin-Ashi candles. Very powerful, very, very simple to determine momentum. You can see that the lows over here are all getting higher. Low, higher, low, higher, low, and that's a phase. Right until the tops changed. So you have a high over here, and then the highs started getting lower. So this is another phase of the market. This is 1, this is 2. Within that 2, the market continued up, tried to change the trend, went down, and then started a whole new phase where again the lows are getting higher. And I'll zoom in and show you this. This phase over here, the lows begun and continued getting higher right until this low wiped out the previous 2 lows and created a lower low. This started a new phase. Now, if you use multiple time frame analysis, all you need to do is follow the 1-hour chart, find this momentum here, and once you find this momentum, you come down to the 10-minute chart and you focus. So let me explain why I'm actually long on silver. And I'll tell you, and you guys you'll have an opportunity to enter, just so you know. We started this phase here, okay? Here, we ended it up here. The market turned around, but it's not over. It's not over until this low is not broken. And as you guys can see, this low hasn't been broken yet. Price has rejected that low. And if I add my fibs from the top to the bottom, we have our first layer of potential entries, which is 61 and 54. So we have low, higher low, higher low, 3 lows at the same level, higher low, price pushed up, pushed down, and is so far, at least for the next 42 minutes, if it holds above this level here, it will be forming a higher low right at the fibs, and this would now indicate bullishness. Now, I'm going to show you further analysis explaining why silver makes sense to go long. Okay, we got this low, we got this high. Now, this is not a low because this high continued up here. This was just a correction in a move. So this is one play. Low, high, low, didn't break the previous one, high. This market is moving up. All we need is a basic correction, and that happens when price action retests the middle of the Dow chain channel. This black level on the 4-hour chart, very powerful. So I entered based on this rejection. I actually took 2 stop losses so far on silver trying to get into this. But the only thing I didn't do right was I didn't set my volume. And as you guys can see, the fixed range volume comes down right here, and that was the support. Price rejected that. Hence, if you guys see here, I took an entry once price started rejecting that level. I'm locked in. I'm okay to take this, and I'll re-enter when there is another opportunity, but I'm going to come down to the 2 minutes and explain to you guys when you can enter. We will know if this is a bullish market if price action does this and holds either 61.8 or 38.2. Now I'm going to explain to you guys with the ATR how you guys should be entering this. The ATR is at 0.42 right now on silver. If you guys are entering a trade, I'm just going to put in a 1-lot trade just to show you. 61.8 is holding so far. RSI is coming out of the oversold, pushed up, came out. Still oversold on the 1 hour here, indicating solid potential for upside. So I'm going to get in. The ATR here suggests 0.42. All I need to do is drag my stop loss to 0.42 lots, pips, because the market is volatile. But because we're on the 2-hour time frame on the ATR, I can cut this in half and put it to 0.21, which is right there. My TP is going to be based on the top of the volume that I've already set before, and I'm going to put it all the way up here. This will be a longer trade, and I'm sending it to you guys right now. Just give me a sec. I'm going to send it to you guys right now in the alerts room, so you guys can enter, because I believe that this would be a good trade. Parameters for your trader out. 1 sec. They're not. They're different. So we'll do this like this. They're based on my first trade. So I'll do this for you guys like this. I'll do it manually for you. Ag USD buy, sell, TP. Now the take profit is quite wide. We might edit this later on. So this is our first entry, and we will have a potential to re-enter the market here. Now I'm going to move my locked-in position even lower and just secure even less money, just in case it reaches 38.2. But I've explained to you why I think the market should be going up.
Dennis, can I interrupt for 1 second?
Absolutely.
You said sell a moment ago, but you said buy on the signal.
No, long.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
fine.
yes, it's buy. It's buy. I'm maybe because I didn't finish my coffee, I'm slurring my words. But...
Okay, it's fine.
It's long, and I'll tell you guys why. It's going up because we're making higher lows and higher highs. Price is rejecting the Dow chain channel middle. RSI is coming down on the 4 hour. If we come on the 1 hour, RSI is already down. Oops, 1 sec. RSI is already down the 5, making a double bottom over here. On this side of the 1 hour move, we have this, which is 54. Let me clean it up. We have this here, which is our 54, which was already rejected. If I take the volume of this whole move and ignore this little one, and if I take this and go like this, we see that volume, again, bottom side, and the POC, which stands for point of control, this red line that the market generates for us. Let me just hide this and I'll show you. I'm always taking the first green candle of the bullish move using the Heikin Ashi charts. So this red line here, you see this? It just comes out automatically. This is called the point of control. This is where the most volume was traded on this asset at that specific time period. So this whole time period, when price started going up and did all of these things, the biggest volume was right at that price. And because it was at that price, that generates now a potential support. Now I told you guys already, low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And we're now waiting for potentially the highest low here and the continuation towards the upside. It could be tricky, but very possible. I'm going to turn on the Dow chain channel. And now let's go back into the education. We're slowly dissecting each part of the system, and I'm teaching you guys new things. Same things of that first session we did, where I went over a lot of information. And now we're slowly dissecting each thing, each asset, and I'm going to explain them to you in detail. Now, when I say finding momentum, you're looking at price action at the end of the day, but you're also using the bottoms and tops of the Dow chain channel. let's move on to any other asset. Let's go over this trade here. I didn't release this to you guys. I was rushing. I didn't have time. But here it is, US 30. Right there. 2 winners on it. I went out early before the take profit. There was the sell. That was today. There's the exit. And price is rejecting this level now. Now, this is also the reason why I decided to go back into silver, because I realized on US 30, there was a low, lower low, lowest low. When you find this kind of pattern in the market, which is 3 lower lows connected with the trend line, it usually tends to indicate strong bullish momentum. So check this out. We have these lows here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a pullback in this market, and I'll show you here. I'm going to wait for a pullback in this market, which is US 30. When it comes with a pullback, all I'm going to do is find that top side, put this, do this, and I'm going to wait for 61.8. When 61.8 comes there, what I'm going to do is go long, and I'm going to set my SL based on this, which is 115 points. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, this could shoot up really quickly. Can you guys tell me if anybody entered silver so far? Because since we did the entry, the actual trade is in profit.
I did.
Very good. Silver can be a really big winner if traded right, or it can be a huge loser for you too. I've seen accounts get blown up on silver because the dollar value, or sorry, the pip value of silver is way stronger than gold. But also, it tends to move much quicker than any other asset. Okay, so let's continue. Now, let's move on to another asset, which is US 30. Now, let me show you and how we're going to do this analysis on this, and I'm going to explain it all in detail. Shame we didn't buy this, but it was a great opportunity to buy it. So look at this. The market, you can see that the range of this market begins over here, there, because we had a strong uptrend, we did pick down, and then this started. Okay, so that means that this market started right there. We're making high, we're making high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, why would I want to buy this if it's going down? It's the last 2 moves. This high is now bigger than this one. This one is also bigger than that one. But this is one play. Now, based on the 3 lower lows over here, which are clearly being rejected here strongly, I believe that there is an excellent opportunity to take this market. Just give me a second to delete this thing. Take this market up. If you just relax and focus on the basics of the system, RSI is already down, right? And if I turn on VPSV, which you don't really need VPSV, I use this for take profits. This is these red lines are the biggest volume for each day. So this is for the 23rd of February, which is today. The strongest volume occurred at that level right there. But you don't need it. It's not imperative to have it. I got you guys covered for now. The only way I would enter this trade, remember, the most important rule I have for my trading process is entry. You gotta have a definite entry, and you gotta stick to it. That's how you build discipline. You know, sometimes people ask me, like, how do you build discipline in trading? Well, it's through consistent action. It's not taking a pill or writing down motivational quotes and putting them on your wall. It's nothing to do with that. All to do with managing your internal dialogue and saying to yourself, I will only enter at this or at that. I don't know what systems you guys use. I use my system. My system says buy at the fibs. Don't buy or sell at any other level. No matter how great the trade looks like, don't do it. Because the best risk reward and the safest trade for me is at those levels. How's silver? Coming a little down, which is fine. We'll see how that's going to work. So with US 30, like I explained, the reason I would like to take this trade long is, first of all, as an overall market, if you check it on the 4-hour chart, as an overall market, we're still very bullish. We have had a massive rise since February. So February as an overall is, look at this. We ended January down and started February. And yet I see people on Twitter going crazy. Oh my God, the market's crashing, blah, blah, blah. But we're still in the highs of February. You know, we're pretty much close to the 100% mark, which is 31.7, which is the all-time high. So if this looks like this, all we are doing is we're in a range. But if we check the 4-hour chart, high, lower high, lower high, higher high. All we're waiting for now is a higher low, and that will occur. And when that occurs, the market will continue its direction, which is up. And the reason it will do that is because of the stimulus the governments and the Federal Reserve and central banks are injecting into the markets. Until that doesn't stop, the market will continue doing what it's doing. Trading is a game of waiting. If I'm going to leave you guys with a mindset tip, that would be patience. And what is patience? It's just waiting for the right entry. If you guys use the fibs to enter, as I do, the way I would be looking to enter long into this trade, keep in mind, we're on the 2-minute charts on the right. We're going to go down to the 1 hour here. You guys can see 3 lower lows, RSI. What I'm going to do is I'm waiting for a top of this market. So there is relief. And when there is a pullback, the first guy that's going to get into that trade is me. So if this is a top, and I'll continue moving this. So I've already set it, and now as price moves up, I'll move it to the top. If price doesn't do that and continues going down, well, then I'm going to be entering at the first opportunity, which is right there. I'm going to base my SL on 115 points. As you guys can see, here is 78. 115 is there if I enter here. Where's my take profit going to be? The easiest take profit would be here, giving me a risk-reward ratio of 2 to 1. Reward 2 or 2 pounds or dollars or euros, wherever you may be, for every 1 that you risk. So I'll continue doing this, and now I'm going to show you how we're going to find the optimal take profit for the day. We're going to take the fixed range volume profile, and I'm going to use this Heikin-Ashi chart here, and I'm going to take the top, but the first red candle, when it actually ended its bullish run. Drag it to the right, and I'm going to get this. That's the top side of this range volume, which is right there. So now, this would be my risk reward, 2.6 to 1. And that's a very safe, it's a very safe take profit and stop loss. And very, very easily achievable today because it's not a major move. So like I said, we're waiting for a top. We still believe this market is bullish, even though on the 2 minutes it looks bearish because of the steps. Now, this brings me to the next thing I want to educate you guys on. And let's go over to silver. And let's go up to the 10-minute chart. And I'll show you. Actually, let's go to gold. These steps. Okay, so if you're looking at the 10-minute chart, this would indicate to you what play you're in. As you guys have seen here, we're making lower highs. Hence, the market is going up. And these are all opportunities to enter. Look at this. Just take the tops and bottoms. That's a top, that's a bottom. That's a bottom too. Any step that's long enough. This is not, one sec. This is not, this is. This is not, this is the longer ones. So all you need to do is take the top side, the bottom side, and here you would have had a rejection or a fake out of 54. But look at this. If you take this low, you're right at 30%. The best entry you could take. Moving on to the next move. That's a top, that's a bottom, right? So you take the top, you take the bottom, and guess what? 38.2 right there. Boom, price goes up. Now you have another one. You have a lower top over here. Now you have this bottom again. Guess what? Rejection of 30 and 38.2. All you need to do is find the right momentum and trade it. Here you have a top. You got a small bottom over here, 54, right? Here it wouldn't work. It would take too long for it to come. But that is a step right there. Price made a correction, created a step. It's wider, it's wide enough. These tiny ones you don't want. These are not steps here. So that's all you need to do. You need to find these steps and continue adding them into your charts. You see here, nothing. You don't take a trade. What I want you to focus on is these steps. So price is going up, the lows are getting higher, The highs are getting higher. Now look at this. Price pushed down, and where is the last low? It's not this, it's here. Price couldn't break it yet. This could be classified still a bullish market. And if you guys focus on the left chart here on the 1 hour, you can see that price literally just retested the middle of the Dow Chain channel. Hence the reason why we went long silver, and silver seems to be building a continuation again now. Let's go over to US 30 and see how the 2 minute is looking. Yep, there it is. Let's see this. 61 could be there, or this step. The market could be pretty strong. Now we use this Excel to generate our trades. So indices would be 30, which is 60 lots on this account. Because I can't go 60, I have to go 50. And what I'm going to do is set myself a pending order. Come over to US 30. No rush, just plain old relaxation. Just take it easy. 115 points. Drag my SL to 115. And then this is just a preparation for a trade, but this is a strong reversal. I really think that the US indices are going to fly up. The only thing is that I need to wait for the right entry to get into this so I don't miss out on this market, on this move. Where my TP, I love to do this, 31605. I'll take a horizontal ray, 31605, 31605.5. Change it to green, and now I have my take profit zone, which would be right there. So I'll leave my order in there, and if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'll continue editing it every couple of minutes. Moving on, let's find out another asset. We'll go into FX, and I'll explain this a little bit more. So let's go over this move over here. We have a low, we have a lower high. So this is a low, lower high, lower high, lower high, and then here. Price does this. It creates a low, creates a new low, creates a new low, but all of these lows are not lower than this one that actually pushed the market. Hence, this here is the lower high. Price goes up. This is the lower high. Now look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Top, bottom, there's your fibs. And you had a clear-cut entry right here. Look at this. Price is now way above this, but unfortunately, it's moving up. So seems like the market will continue, which means if we come, Scheißen. So here, if you come to currencies, you'll witness right here, the GBP is the strongest asset this week so far, all on the monthly basis too. So that's something that we should be buying, you know, and you guys can see here, low, and there's the top. It almost came to the fibs, almost, and went right up. But if you would have taken this step over here, you would have had a clear-cut entry right at 54. So that's what I mean. You need to play with the steps a little bit. Now, all of these markets are bullish. They're probably going to continue being bullish. And if you focus on the short-term steps over here, you will see low, higher low. You see this here. Price went up, high, higher high, higher high. And price came here, made this low, which is not lower than this one, the last proper step. Hence, this market is still bullish. And all you need to do is look for bullish entries. Let's see US 30. Yes, that looks good. Hopefully it can come a little bit down so we can enter. That's all you need to do. And we've done this with the WTI. So here, I was actually explaining this before to a friend of mine. Low, lower low, lower low, and price seems to have ended the move from point A to point B. Did I share with you guys WTI yesterday? Long. Did anybody hit any take profits yesterday? I'm going to check.
Yeah, we had a number of people hitting take profits yesterday.
We've had big losses today.
Yeah, on which assets?
On most of the ones that you sent, to be
Yeah.
honest. A lot of them have hit stop loss.
That's okay. We're gonna make it up.
Silver, gold.
Yeah, silver and gold have
they-
been acting up
They
all
always
day.
they knocked us out.
I know.
So
I
yeah,
took two
I think-
losses on that
I
already.
think quite a few of us have took quite big losses today.
That's okay. We're gonna make it up. The day is not over yet.
No,
That's the
no,
most
it's
beautiful
not.
thing.
No.
Did you take silver now when we went up?
Silver stopped us out, I think.
Oh well, I went long during the session. I think a couple of people went long with it too.
That
It's
one
still
you
in,
sent
it's still in
through,
profit. It's still in profit, Dennis.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's going good. It's going good. I'm just waiting for this one here to retrace. Because we don't want to buy a top. Why do we wait for the fibs? We wait for the fibs because if you enter here and what's it called? The market doesn't just go up in one direction. You know, even here, it went down, up, and these are all opportunities. But I don't have a proper bottom right now where I can use the entry. So I went down to the 1 minute. We're waiting. I'll even use this higher level because this is a very strong and bullish market where I would expect a pullback. It always comes, you know, no matter how strong a price is. Look at this. No matter how strong this is, this reversal or where it will go, price makes a pullback. And usually on that pullback, you'll have your 61. You see this here? 61 right there. And then if you take this top and this bottom over here, the previous one, again, you have 61. And then this bottom over here and that one there, again, 61. So that's exactly what I'm waiting for with this here. I'm thinking that there could be a decent little pullback. If there isn't, I'll have to go to the micro moves of the asset and then take a long. The good thing is that finally price action has arrived to the top side of the Dow Chain channel. You see this? So that could indicate a bit of a relief move coming soon. And I hope it comes because I really want to be in this market. Anyway, we'll continue editing. Let's look for some trades together. And I think the easiest way for me to coach you and teach you the right way would be finding trades live. You know, when I find the trade live, then it becomes easier for you guys to understand why I'm buying something or selling something. Okay, let's do this. So gold and silver, we already have silver again. We've all taken losses on it, but it's okay. We'll make it back. Here, WTI, one of the strongest assets out there this year so far. If I come over to the daily chart, look at this, going up. Let me just check something. That's tomorrow. So it's Wednesday. Crude oil inventories is Wednesday. Come on, let's check. There they are, tomorrow. So I'll expect WTI to continue its bullish run. What am I going to do? I'm going to take this fibs. I'm going to take this top. I'm going to take this bottom over here, and I see 54 and 61. I'm going to clean up my chart, 10-minute chart. Okay. My son has a fever, so I gotta go soon. I'm gonna go long on WTI right now, and I gotta leave you guys because my son's fever is 39. I gotta go. Metals, oils, 10. So I'm gonna go with 5 here. Actually, I'm gonna go with 7.5. Long, first thing we do when we enter a trade always is set the SL, 675. So that's 675, that's 67 points. 67 points. We already have the fibs here. Check this out. We already have the fibs. 67 points is a healthy SL. We can go simply just up here, but that risk reward sucks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase it to this level here. I'm going to release this. You guys can take the trade already. WTI, crude oil, US oil. I don't know what it's called on your broker, but it's either WTI, crude oil, or US oil. I'm long. There's the alert. Thank you everyone for coming. Sorry to make it short. I gotta go. My wife just showed me my son's temperature is 39 point something, so I really gotta go.
Hey, Dennis, look after your son. Your son's more important. We'll see you soon.
Yep. Any questions, direct them to me, Roger, and I'll reply to them.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Thank
No
you,
problem.
everyone. And
As we said, look after your son.
Yep. Thank you. Let me just find out how to get out of here now. Ah, there it is. Okay. See you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye, Dennis.
Bye.
Right, guys. Couple of trades anyway. One profitable, one just to start right now. So that's that. I don't know if you guys got something out of that. I am recording this, so I will put this up on the website later on. A lot of people have been looking backwards and forwards. I mean, Phil made great strides with it. Aaron's made great strides with it. A number of other people just watching those videos and looking back at them, and it's transformed how they're trading on a day-to-day basis, and particularly when they're using it in conjunction with DeLorean, and even using it in conjunction with hyperdrive for confirmations, getting lots and lots and lots of profit out of these things. So we're going to be back here again tomorrow. When we come back in tomorrow, excuse me, we'll be doing the same thing again. So the intention is to be looking for trades, but always more trading. And then on Friday at 7 p.m, that's just going to be pure training session. So if you can get on tomorrow, get on tomorrow. Don't forget, we have our opportunity call at 7:30 p.m. tonight, and we have another call at 8 p.m. And that call at 8 p.m. is going to be important for those that want to look at getting to become part of Larry and Taylor's focus group. That's going to be a massive part of our business over the coming weeks and months. And honestly, guys, that's going to make some people a crazy, crazy amounts of money. In conjunction with what we're doing with Denis, this should be the best year of your life. Simon, anything you want to add before I shut it down?
Basically, I'd just like to agree with it. I mean, obviously, what Denis is doing, that's our trading, which is great. I mean, what I like about it is tax-free and everything else. You just compound it and compound it and compound it. Larry and Taylor, that's my home turf. That's networking. That's what I love. That's what I do. That's what I dream about. That's what I prospect every day. And that's what I build. So, you know, Larry's and Taylor's system, you need to be part of. You're crazy you're not part of it. To get a multi-billionaire that's prepared to teach you, you got to be crazy not to get involved in that. Absolutely.
The thing is, the thing I would add to that is that what Larry and Taylor are teaching you is simplicity. What we're seeing from GoPro and all the other things that you see around here are how to become internet marketers. You've got to be tech gurus. You've got to do this, that, and the other. You're expected to do 25, 30 different things a day all over social media. And an awful lot of us either can't do it or just simply don't want to do it. As far as Larry and Taylor are concerned, half a dozen steps, just use the product, talk to people, and demo what you're actually doing. Really, really simple. And we know it's working because we know how many rank advances. You guys know how many rank advances we've seen in the last few months. Right, let's wrap it up, and I will see you all at 7:30. Looking forward to tonight's call. Katie's going to host it, so we will see you all then. Get as many people as we can. Speak to you soon, guys. Bye.